Hey, what's up guys? Today we'll be seeing some cool mechanics with Vi and combos, even though Vi isn't the first champion we think of when talking about mechanics. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised. Before that, let's go over her abilities really quickly. Blast Shield. Her passive grants her a shield equal to 10% of her max HP for 3 seconds whenever she lands an ability on an enemy champion or minion or monster. Cooldown is 18 early in the game and goes down to 8 seconds later on. For Q, Vault Breaker, this skill defines Vi as a champion. The cooldown starts at 18 seconds at level 1 and is dramatically reduced at level 5 going down to 8 seconds. And the damage per level increases greatly as you put points into it, gaining 300 base damage at rank 5 fully charged, and as a bonus it also procs your W. Learn to use this skill, learn to love it, learn to hate it, learn to live with it. Just for reference, a fully charged Q does 2 times more base damage than your level 1 ultimate, and just as much damage as your level 2 ultimate. W. Denting Blows. Just a basic on-hit proc like Vane's Silver Bolt, Twisted Fate's Stacked Deck, etc. Your third hit will do a percentage health physical damage to your target, giving you increased attack speed and reducing their armor by 20% at all levels. For E, Excessive Force. It powers up your auto attacks much like Xin Zhao's Q and Poppy's Q. It counts as an auto attack reset and does extra damage to the target hit in an AoE cone behind the target. R, Assault and Battery. A point and click ultimate that is uncleansable, can't be QSS, and is guaranteed to hit unless you somehow die along the ride. What more can you ask for? You can't miss it, and it's one of the best catching and initiation tools a jungler can ask for. For the mechanics. First one on the list is the Flash Q. Know this one, learn it, be one with it, got it? Learn this one at all costs. Practice versus bots, practice in ARAM, practice in Dominion, normals, in your dreams, in Earth, in customs, I don't care, you must learn this one. It's your bread and butter to be successful with a Vi. Once you know this one, the others will come naturally and you will start seeing a lot of good results when playing her. Learn it. This technique you will use 1000% of the time. Second on the list is the Q Flash. This one is more for style points because the Flash Q is so consistent once you've mastered it. You will rarely have the need for this one, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't know about it. Usually if you Q someone and they dodge, you can redirect the collision point by flashing right on top of someone before it finishes. I rarely use this technique and so will you, but it's good to know about it because it's one of the more obscure ones and will often catch your opponents off guard. Plus it looks really cool when you pull it off. Third one, I call it the 2-punch. This is another crucial one to learn because it's basically your follow-up to most of your combo strings. It's a fundamental thing to know. It will seem obvious for more seasoned players, but for new players, start learning it. It's basically an auto attack reset. You auto as soon as the auto lands and does damage, immediately cancel it with your E so you maximize your damage potential and proc your W passive faster. So your punch, cancel with E, giving you the 2-punch. Number 4 is the Q 2-punch. This is one of the numerous basic combos for Vi. What you will do is you will charge your Q, making sure you hit someone with it, and immediately after your Q lands, auto them, and as soon as your auto comes out, cancel it out with your E for an instant proc of your W passive, making your following jabs faster and stronger because of the increased attack speed and armor shred. This is your second bread and butter technique. Learn it, love it, live it. On a side note, the lower your ping is, the easier it is to pull off. Even with around 150 ping, this is still manageable, so never give up. Number 5 is the ultimate 2-punch. This is the same as the previous one, but replace the Q with your ultimate and follow it up with the 2-punch. Number 6 is the Ultra Combo 1. This is the full sequence into one-shotting most squishies with a Triforce Vi. It's a Q 2-punch into an Ult 2-punch. Let's just call it the Ultra Combo 1. If you're quick, you can try to squeeze one extra auto between the chain, and that's really pushing it. Do it at your own risk. Against most squishy targets, this will immediately kill them without any chance of counterplay. Lucky 7. It's the Ultra Combo 2. Basically it's the reverse of the Ultra Combo 1. It's an ultimate 2-punch followed by the Q 2-punch. I mainly use this one if I know their flash is down or I'm using it to dodge a CC with the effect of my ultimate and want to maximize CC duration over damage output. Use this one for locking down. What usually happens is you will just ultimate, auto, E, Q, auto, E. Let's look at some cool tricks for her abilities. Number 1. Your Q applies the stack of your W passive, so remember that because sometimes you don't need to land a fully charged Q and just need to proc the passive. Number 2. CCs such as snares or stuns do not stop your Q dash midway. Knockups and knockbacks will do so. Number 3. Your ultimate renders you unstoppable and immune to CC. It means this doesn't stop you during your assault, but once you knock your soul out, you will get stunned or binded at the end of the animation, so be careful when doing so. Number 4 refers to the last point. Try to cast your ultimate as the enemy disengages or when you think they will use their escape or flash, because as soon as you lock onto the target, there is no stopping you unless you die midway. Like I said, death is the best CC. Number 5. Your E has a greater range than your normal auto attacks, so if you're chasing someone and you can't punch their nuts, press E to extend your range a bit to grab those nuts. That is it for today's lessons. That's all the perks I remember for Vi on top of my head and the ones that are commonly used. If anything comes up, I will add it to the list ASAP. With that being said, learn to master these basic mechanics. They will help you refine your mastery of the champion quickly in the long run. Ciao ciao!